So Sonic Forces has been out for, what, 2 months now, and I think at this point it's safe to say that it's failed. Critics didn't like it. The general public, I think, are more forgiving on the game than the actual fans themselves. Lots of the people who aren't really big Sonic fans I see actually enjoyed the game, but the Sonic fans... Because with a bad Sonic game, you can go like, oh, 6, it's easy to explain why it's bad, it's fucking glitchy, same with Boom. But Forces is one of those games where it's not glitchy, it looks great, the music's good, but it's bad, or well, I don't think it's bad, but people see it as bad for like level design reasons, control reasons, you know, it's sort of harder to describe why it's bad than other Sonic games. And I think that's why it's easier for the general public to like it, because they don't play Sonic games. They can't go like, oh, well, it's not good control compared to Generations or stuff like that. But for what Sega set out to do, I think in general, Forces failed, you know. It sold decently from what I hear. I think it sold 350,000 copies in the first week, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm just going to assume it's decent. And I think Forces has been the quickest Sonic game for people to just go like, okay, well, what's next? What's after that? I mean, it's only been 2 months and people are already speculating, you know, Sonic's 30th anniversary game, which is, now that I think about it, it's only 3 years away. That's not that long, because Forces did come out a year late. Yeah, the 30th anniversary is only 3 years away. That's not that bad. And I'm just going to speculate what I think Sega are going to be doing from now on. And this is just going to be me sort of going on more about what I talked about in the end of my Forces review. You know, at the end of my Forces review, I talked about what I think I'd like Sega to do. I don't think they're going to do that, though. So I think Sega are going to make no games, Sonic games this year. If they are, it'll be a Mario and Sonic game, but I don't see that happening since I don't think Rio sold very well. You know, at the start with the Olympic Games, the Winter Olympic Games, and even the London Olympic Games, it was sort of like a novelty to have Mario and Sonic in the same game, but nowadays people are just sort of sick of the Olympics. And I don't really see that series continuing ever. That's mostly why I think we're gonna get no Sonic games at all this year. It's gonna be like 2015 again, where Sega were just sort of quiet about Sonic for a while. The next thing I think we're going to see of Sonic is the 2019 Sonic movie, unless it's delayed again, which I don't think I've really talked about. I don't have the highest hopes for this movie. It was being made by Sony Pictures Animation, which made, you know, Smurfs Emoji Movie and stuff like that, and I'm glad that it's moved to Paramount, but again, Paramount have made some bad movies. And the fact that it's CGI, live-action hybrid, doesn't help the way I see Sonic the movie. I feel like unless we get a trailer, my opinion on it is it's going to be pretty bad. The next Sonic game I think we're going to get will be a Mania sequel. Probably not Mania 2, but I think it will be a Mania, a classic game. And I have full confidence in Sega that they have learned their lesson from Mania and are not gonna reuse levels in it. I think we're gonna get a 100% original game this time around, which is good because it really seems like Christian Whitehead and his team didn't want to put in the reused stages, but Sega demands it. The fate of Boom Sonic I think I'll talk about next. I think it's dead. I don't think the show's gonna get a third season, even though lots of people want it since the second season was just so good. I don't see a third season happening because Sega wants to forget about it. Nobody watched the show, it got shit ratings. It's just, Boom's dead. I don't see us getting another game, which will come into what I'm going to talk about in a bit. So modern Sonic, I don't think we're going to be getting a modern Sonic game until the earliest would be 2019. I don't think we're going to get a movie tie-in game because if it is going to be like CGI live action, I don't see them making a game where Sonic's walking around with Neil Patrick Harris. I just don't see them making a game out of that. If they are releasing a game in 2019, it'll either be a Mania sequel, or it will be a spin-off. I don't see them making a modern Sonic game then. I think the next time we're going to see modern Sonic will be for the 30th anniversary. I think we'll see spin-offs, perhaps, maybe, but not a game on the scale of Forces. And I do personally think that Sega really have learned from Forces. I know this may sound too forgiving to Sega, but I don't know. I think they really are listening to the fans, and that may be a fault of theirs. If I was to give one piece of advice to Sega, it would be tell the fans to shut the fuck up, just ignore them, and do what you feel like is good for the Sonic series, because the fans don't know what they want. I mean, this has been known for years now. The fans keep changing their minds on what they want a Sonic game to be. You know, after Generations it was, oh yeah, we love the Boost formula, we want another Boost game. Then Sega comes out with another Boost game after a bit, and they're like, oh no, the Boost is so tired, bring back the adventure formula. Bring back classic games, okay? Here's Sonic 4. No, we want classic pixelated sprites. We want classic Sonic. Okay, do you want classic Sonic in Forces? No, we want classic Sonic in what we want classic Sonic in. And since Izuku said he doesn't want another adventure game just for the sake of the fans want it, I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to make a fucking adventure game now, because he said he was done with the Boost formula after Generations. He said he wanted to try something new, and since nobody liked Lost World, well, I liked Lost World, since the general public didn't like Lost World, they went back to the Boost formula, because it's what worked, and now people don't like the Boost formula, so what's left other than going back to the Lost World formula, or going to the adventure formula? And I think that they're going to go for the adventure formula, since people at least liked adventure whenever it was released. Which is where I'll bring Boom Sonic back in. I know people would hate this, but I kind of feel like Boom Sonic would be great for the adventure formula. You know, his game was, Rise of Lyric was a lot slower paced than the Boost formula, but I feel like if you just give him the Adventure 1 physics, people would have liked it a lot more. So I feel like keep modern Sonic being Boost, keep classic Sonic with 2D gameplay in his own separate continuity, just keep him away from anything else, and have Boom be the adventure games. I know they're not going to do that, they're done with Boom. They're just going to keep switching up modern Sonic, but that would be my ideal thing for Sega to do at this point, and they're not going to do it. I know they aren't, because no one's going to buy a Boom game even if it is adventure. When do I think we're going to be able to see what the next game is? I don't think we should expect anything until 2019. Again, I think Sega are just going to be silent for this whole year. We'll maybe get a trailer for the Sonic movie, but that's just about it. And I'm probably going to regret saying this, but this is just how I personally feel. And if this isn't true, whenever the next modern Sonic game comes out, you can come back to this video and laugh at me all you want. But I have complete confidence that the next modern Sonic game will be great. I really do, that's not a lie, that's just not me being optimistic. I really think Sega have learned their lesson now. And I know we said that how many times now, about 3 to 4 times now, Sega have learned their lesson, but I really do think they've learned their lesson at this point, and I do think that the next modern Sonic game will be great. What do I see in terms of spin-offs? Again, I don't know why Sega haven't done this yet. I feel like Transformed sold pretty well. I don't know why they aren't making getting Sumo Digital to make another Sonic spin-off game. You know, they pitched that Sega fighting game to them. I don't see why Sega didn't just accept that, because loads of people want Sega fighting games. You know, bringing back all the other older Sega franchises. People would buy that. And it's not going to be like a Smash Bros. Clone. They said it was going to be like Power Stone, which is great, because people who were fans of Power Stone back on the Dreamcast would buy it as well. Sega just... Whoever is in charge of Sega just needs to be kicked out, I think. Just... They don't like money, is what I'm getting from Sega right now. I mean, you'd think at this point they would take Unleashed Colors and Generations and port them over to the Switch in HD. But no... gotta make Forces again and port it over to package it in with Puyo Puyo Tetris. And I know you might be thinking, well, you told Sega to stop listening to the fans and, you know, do their own thing, and now you're asking them to listen to you. But I think the general consensus is that Unleashed, it's 10 years old now, and lots of people are just like, I think it's time to port it over to the Switch, because at this point, I don't want to say cult classic, but Unleashed is being seen as one of the greatest Sonic games. Like, people think it's their favourite Sonic game, And I can see why. I love Unleashed personally, and I think, the hate for it has sort of died down since the only reason it was getting hate was because of the Warthog and because it was just after 06. So, yeah. That's personally just what I think SEGA should do, not what I think they're going to do. I think we're just going to get a new classic game. I think we're going to get a pretty bad movie, and I think we're going to get a new modern Sonic game that's in the adventure formula. That's personally what I think we're going to get, and that's personally what I think we're going to get in the next 5 years of Sonic. Unless we get a Mania 3 in that time. Because I feel like SEGA are going to make Mania sequels like every 2 years until people are sick of it. But that's just what I think they're going to do. What do you think SEGA are going to do? Tell me in the comments, and thanks for watching. Bye.